What's up YouTube, Winterguard here. Today we're going to get into some Andariel runs. Now I kind of overlooked her. I usually don't run her that much just on a regular basis. If I'm going to do boss runs, I usually do either Mephisto, Diablo, or Baal. I usually don't go to Andariel. But it's probably a great place to start, especially for some of you guys that are just getting going. You finished up Hell level and you want to do some runs. Mephisto may be giving you a little bit of trouble. Andariel's not too bad. Drop rate's decent, but like I said, I usually don't go there just in general. It's not that I think she's a horrible boss to be running. It's just, to me, Mephisto's a little easier to get to maybe. I'm not sure. It might just be in my head. I just feel like Mephisto's a better boss to run if you're going to choose between the two. But again, Andariel's probably a little easier to burn down. Her poison can be a little rough, but if you burn her quick enough, it's not that bad. I'm going to do a couple things different here. First off, I'm going to do the usual. I'm going to show you the gear that I'm going to be running with. And then I'm going to show you how I path to Andariel. Just for some of you guys that are just getting started, show you how to try and kill her without her even getting on your screen. You could kill her from off screen. Just save yourself a little bit of trouble. It's specific to Blizzard. Meteor might work. I never really tried it. I think Orb will aggro, because I think you got to get a little closer to be able to hit her effectively with Frozen Orb. Lightning, you could definitely do it. You could just shoot right down the center path and hit her, and probably kill her off screen as well. But we're going to do this with Blizzard. So I'm going to show you a couple things here. Gear wise, we're still pretty much the same, and I'm gonna do a switch up halfway through, and I'm gonna show you what I switched to. Nothing special. I do have a couple extra charms that I found, and no 7s yet. These are like there's a 4, 3, 3, 5. That 5's kind of nice. But I'm gonna show you my switch up here, and this is the only difference. I made the P-Topaz helmet, and I switched this up halfway through the runs. I didn't really notice that much of a difference, but I mean, it's 100 runs really is not that many, so it's kind of anecdotal as far as effectiveness. But that puts me up to 100 and where's that? Oh, I never couldn't find it. 100. That's gold. 149. Okay, so around 150. So I'm actually not that far off of where I want to be. I want to sit around 200. If I get the Shaco's actually going to drop this. It's like 50 magic fine if I'm not mistaken. I guess you could P-Topaz it though, so it'll be up around that. But yeah, I just went ahead and picked one of these up off of a vendor. In fact, let me show you guys that real quick. Neat little trick for shopping in Act 5, because you got to leave the zone to reset your vendors so that they reset on their items they're holding. God, I love this loading screen, especially if you could do it here on Anya, just to see what she's got. Go into the Pendle portal and go back in. That'll reset what she's holding.
Good morning.
So keep that in mind if you got a shop. You want to look for a 3 socket if you're going to do this, and you could get a magical one, and sometimes you can get one with actually a decent stat on it. Mine is actually hit recovery, so actually it's not that bad a one, but it'll spawn 1, 2, or 3 socket in hell difficulty, so keep an eye out for that. But this is with 159 magic find now. I'll show you how I path to Andariel. So get to the portal. You want to look for the way into where you come into the portal, so we're going this way. On this level, I go right. and see, bam. This one's a little more difficult because that only works on from portal. In this one though, I usually go left down the stairs and go this way. This doesn't always work. Sometimes it'll circle all the way around, but a lot of the times the portal will be on this side. And you really want to get insight on your mercenary. That's not too bad, because the mana to teleport around like that can be draining. So spirit, at least one spirit, and the insight on your mercenary until you can get up to double spirit or something. Okay, so I don't bother with trash except here. I just teleport over the corner. Now there's usually multiple boss and champ packs in this area. I try and stay low. Mainly this is for you guys that are just getting going and you kind of need to play it a little safe until you get your gear up, or you're just lower level. And now there's going to be an aggravating little caster up here. I usually just hit him with Blizz. This line right here on the walk, on the ground, if you cross that, you're definitely going to aggro on Andariel. So you try and stay behind it. And again, this is for newer players if they're wanting to try and play this safe. So what I do from this point is I get a little close, and I just see you can see she's on. I was able to hover over her there for a second. Sometimes she'll aggro, sometimes she won't. And I guess in this case I pulled her. But then you just blow her down. Junk. But that's how you can do Andariel pretty quick. Follow the pathing. It works 9 times out of 10. Every once in a while, it's like Mephisto, you'll get one of them times where the stairway down is like in the middle of the map. So sometimes it can be a little aggravating. Also, I do not have Andariel quest bugged. And for those that don't know, the first time you kill a boss in any difficulty, they drop more loot. And I want to say it's just one more extra item. And you can bug Andariel to be stuck that way. And what you do is, when you kill her the very first time, and she opens the portal back, you do not talk to anybody except for Wariv to leave to the next act. If you do that, it'll quest bug her, and she will always drop the extra item. You want to make sure, though, when you're farming her, that you farm her and leave, so that you don't accidentally say you want to ID something, you come up and talk to Deckard. I think that breaks the quest bug. Not 100% on that. I'm sure you guys know for sure. Let me know. But just leave and zone back in for the next run. But that's it. We're going to go ahead and get into the loot from the 100 runs. Again, the first 50 were with 77 magic find. The second 50 were with 159. And then we'll do a little quick recap at the end. I appreciate it. Been a lot of people joining here lately, so let's keep that going. If you like the runs and stuff I'm doing, information I'm providing, give me a subscribe, like. I drop a video almost every day, so hit that notification bell and it'll let you know when the next one's up. And let's get into it. Okay guys, this is actually just run 1 right out of the gate. Get the kill on Andariel, and we get Chaos Armor, which is Trang's Plate. So I'd say that's pretty good for right out of the gate, first run of the 100 series. Give you a quick ID here. I don't think there's any random stats. I think that they're set, so that's still not a bad drop to start it off. Okay, so we're on run 7, and get the kill on Andy's. Andy burns down real quick, but we actually get a decent little double drop here. We get the Templar coat, which is Guardian Angel, and the Cantor, which is the Trang set piece offhand. Quick IDs on those. I think that's 39 out of 40 perfect fire resist on the Cantor. Guardian Angel's decent, maybe a Merc armor in a pinch. Okay, so now we're up all the way up to run 34. Pretty big dry spell on Andy, but burn down real quick here. I can do these runs in a couple minutes, so it's not too bad. So we get a unique ring, always nice to see. Got a quick ID. Another Nagel. 25 magic fine, so it's less than the one I got, so not sure what I'll do with it. Maybe trade it off or give it away. Okay, so this is run 46. This is not actually off Andy. Sometimes when I'm teleporting around, if I run into one of these big champ pack groups, I just like killing them just to re-up on potions and the gold and whatnot. So we'll get an Alder's, the Hunter's Guise is the Alder's headpiece. It's not that great, but I want to say this is the first set, or first of this set that I've gotten. I might have the weapon, but I don't have the armor, boots, or anything like that. So this was one of the first pieces I got for sure. Okay, we're in the run 59. This is after I switch out the helmet. I'm wearing the P Topaz helmet now. I switched it at 51, so we get another Geeds. This is my fourth one at this point. So, taking the advice of some of the subs that let me know, I didn't realize you could put a Geeds in the shared stash. So, I went ahead and stashed the one that I'm wearing so that I ID that the one that dropped. I appreciate the guys. There were several people that let me know that I could do this now. So go ahead and give this one an ID. And it's a 20. Worst possible roll. So one of the ones I could have kept from before were a lot nicer than that one. But, I mean, we'll hang on to it. Maybe give it away. So we're on run 62. And go ahead and get Andy burned down here. And we get actually a double drop. The Demon Hide turned out to be ethereal, so they're absolute trash. But the Bramble Mitts are laying of hands. That's actually the third set of those I've gotten. So go ahead and put those in the bank. But they're actually great melee Amazon gloves, so definitely hang on to those. Okay, we're in run 64, just a couple runs later. We get a Grim Shield drop, which is Lidless Wall. This used to be a top tier Sorc shield until they added the rune words for spirit. So, and if you weren't on ladder, you probably use this, because ladder, the spirit used to be only available on ladder. Okay, we're in run 81 here, and this is actually a kill I got on Andy off screen. So this is what I was talking about, where you can just burn her down with Blizzard without even having to engage her. And then we get Chances on top of all that. So it's a great drop. We'll see what kind of magic find we actually roll on these. And that's a 37 with 40 is perfect, so those are some really nice ones. We will be wearing those from here on. Well, not for the end of this. I'm going to run with the same magic find through the end of the 100 Andy runs, but after that we'll be equipping those. Okay, and this is run 88. This is actually the last run where anything decent drops. Go ahead and get a burn down on Andy. And we get the Scarab Shell boots. These are really nice. I'd probably say between these and the Chances are probably the best drop. These are Sandstorm Treks. The stats just in general are really nice on those. These are great boots, and I will be using them. Okay guys, that does it for the runs. So let's do a quick recap on what we got and the changes I made based off of those 100 runs. So first off, with the Sandstorm Treks that I picked up, with the plus 12 strength that are on those boots, that gave me enough plus what I had banked from leveling to equip my 35 Monarch, Spirit Monarch. So we got that up now. I'm still running with the P Topaz helmet. I might try this with Mephisto. I ran him last, those 100 runs. I think I had like 55 Magic Fine. It wasn't that much at all. So I might try it with a little bit more just to see if it's a noticeable increase. The one thing you got to think about as well, that I look at, and this is on me, I look at the quality of the drops, and it doesn't necessarily change that as much as more chance to be set or unique. And you know, there's probably a lot more of the lower level stuff that drops that I just don't really pay attention to. So it might be making a difference. I look at end game stuff, so that probably has made a difference. I'm just not looking at total in totality all the items that drop. But anyways, so we got a decent bit of items. So I got the lidless. I would normally use that if I didn't have a Spirit Monarch. That used to be one of the end game shields for sorceress. And somebody correct me, I probably need to look this up. I thought that used to be +2 skill. I don't know if they actually nerfed that a little bit. It's got 20 FCR, but it doesn't have any resist. So if you look at a Spirit Shield, you'll see that it's 35 to resist, except for fire. So, and the lidless doesn't have any at all. So that's kind of puts it into lower tier, plus the fact that it's only +1. So, but it's still a decent mid-tier shield if you're not if you've not built a Spirit Monarch yet. That's not a bad shield to use. We also got the Trang armor, which that was kind of surprised since that dropped right out of the gate. And the Guardian Angel, that's a decent mercenary armor, mid-tier, but it always helps to be ethereal as well. So then another Trang piece, got the offhand, the altar's head, another pair of laying of hands. That's my third set. But now I do have these chances, which I'll probably, since I can equip the Spirit now, I'll probably put the chances on, because I was wearing the Mage Fist for the 20 FCR, but now I got 35 from the shield, so I could switch up the gloves, because there's no FCR there. It's mainly for the Magic Find, and it's 37 out of 40, so that's, in fact, I might as well go ahead and put these up. And I didn't show up, but I got a Ick belt as well, and that Nagel. And okay, that's it. Andariel wasn't too bad. I'm not sure where to run. I might try Mephisto again with the higher Magic Find and see what we get. I'm still hunting an Aki and a Shaco. I'd prefer to find versus trade for it, but it's getting to the point. I might go ahead and just trade for them just to have them. But we'll see. I think I'm going to try and run Mephisto with the, what do I have here? 186 Magic Find with the chances. So I'm getting pretty close to where I want to sit. So we probably will try that again. I'll probably do a Mephisto run and see what kind of drops we get with this. This is basically 3 times as much Magic Find as I had when I ran him the first time. So we'll give that a shot. Alright, we're going to wrap it up there. You guys have a great day. Keep on farming.